or tonight they're hanging from the rafters. Atmosphere is unbelievable. Tallis, Smith at 32 as the eldest. Bill Harrigan refereeing his 13th Origin game. It is kick-off time. Let's get it on. Let's play Origin football. Whipkey is met by 4 of the Blues. Now Brian Fletcher running off. Luke Prittis. Myers in the tackle with Webke before the kick of Kamali. Marked on the full and run back by Lockyer. Runs it over now for Takiri. Takiri on a big run down the left. Gets the pass infield. Lockyer, he'll score. 2 minutes into the game. Lockyer scores. Queensland lead 4-0.
And just the kind of start that Queensland were looking for. Look at the guys, they're pumped up. Great work. Their first set of 6 was sensational. And the kick return, well, Darren Lockyer, he can just do it all. They didn't number up particularly well in defence. Lockyer comes up to the line and he puts Takiri into a hole. A slide there from New South Wales, not effective. Takiri, a tremendous run. Put the move on Mark Hughes, step back inside, beat Hughes, tackle from behind, but the support play was outstanding. The man who started it, finished it.
I'll tell you what happened there. Kamali kicked the wrong side of the field. He kicked to the light side. They only had a couple of defenders, and you can't afford to give Lockyer Takiri room to move. And the man who started it, the man who fielded the kick, scores the try and about to convert and does so.
There it is, the conversion from Lockyer. Kamali again. Now for Fittler. Fittler away. Gidley will make it. Gidley's gone over to score for the Blues.
No, he hasn't.
No, what's happened?
I think the ball's been stripped in a one-on-one.
Jamie Ainscough, I think it was, whether he gets the ball down, mate, when he goes over.
Knocks the ball loose. He has not grounded that.
Absolutely no try will be ruled. Great position for Queensland. Buttigieg. Campion offload, then a bat down. Green gets it on for Lockyer. Lockyer for Tallis, and Tallis is tackled 11 out. Play back for Darren Smith. Darren will go over. Darren Smith has put it down. It's a try to Queensland. That's their second. The bench goes up, the crowd goes up. It is 10-0, the Maroons in front.
And doing it nicely, aren't they? It was unfolding on the play before they'd nearly created the overlap. Now, fortunately for New South Wales, they came in and nullified Gordon Tallis. That was the winger coming in. He freeze played there. Just look at the move by Darren Smith. He goes in and away on Robbie Kearns. And as play continues, he just beats him with that left foot step. But it was set up by the previous play and the quick play the ball.
Hasn't played for a month, Darren Smith, but look at this beautiful left foot step. Robbie Kearns standing too wide there as the pivot defensive forward.
Mark Hughes on the receiving end of a beauty. It rattled every bone in Mark Hughes' body. Doyle has gone straight into dummy half. Here's Green with the ball. 12-0 Queensland and a great chance. Lockyer, Tallis. So close. Now they go for a barge over try. Doyle, I think it is. Now from Tallis. They go across for Green. Green is pulled down. Still a couple of metres out. And a couple of tackles remaining. Long ball. Picked up on the third bounce by Daniel Wagon. That is tackle 5. Now Campion goes away to Saylor. Saylor puts a little kick in, and it's gone into touch.
Just wondering whether Adam McDougall has played at this. Looked like a New South Wales ball coming. A try saver here from Mark Hughes. He's had a tough night, the Newcastle custodian. Big numbers this way, Ray, if they can get it wide.
Prittis is coming that way. Kamali, a bullet-like pass. Gidley, surely not again. No, this time, Matthew Gidley puts it down. Bill Harrigan points to the spot, and the Blues are in.
Beautiful pass wide to Gidley. Again, getting on the outside of his man, or in between men, and he dived low made certain of getting the ball over on this occasion.
The kick is coming around. Oh, it's hit the post and come away. What an awesome sight it must be. Darren Smith gets a beautiful pass from Lockyer. They're 41 metres out from the Blues line again. Now to Carey. An awesome sight watching the pack of forwards coming at you, and then blokes like Saylor and Takiri. The kick from Lockyer is in field, and he finds the line. Snapped his legs from under him. Green, quick hands for Lockyer. Inside for Webkey. Webkey charging at the line.
Great stuff.
Turnover. How did they stop him?
How did he not score?
All right.
And there was a big gap left because Brian Fletcher sprinted out of the line. And an inside ball, they're going to check it.
I think he was going to score, but Mark Hughes' presence makes the difference.
And it is on 5th and last.
But I do think that there is a hint of the fullback Mark Hughes playing at the football. It is the 5th tackle now, so it will be the changeover.
Kamali chipping over the top, the regather, perfect for Mark Hughes. A dummy on the outside, flick pass away for Gidley. He puts a kick in. Lockyer will clean it up. Beautiful stuff by Mark Hughes. Live into NZ and live into Papua New Guinea. Lockyer on the kick return. He's opened them up. He's looking for fast men. Takiri's in there. Intercepted by Ainsko. A try-saving play by Jamie Ainsko.
Well, you can't believe how bad that defence was for New South Wales. That's why Jamie Ainsko's in the side. He did enormously well to get back and take an intercept.
Doyle, beautiful pass back for Webb. Carl Webb, Carl Webb. Held up short. But the danger has not gone yet. Lockyer inside for Webkey. He ran straight at Jason Croker and Croker pulled him down. Now Green, now Webb. This is Campion, that is Buttigieg. And New South Wales are able to hold them out. Quite incredible.
Yeah, that was great defence. That'll lift the Blues.
Setting up for something. Now it's Webb. And Webb shrugs off a tackle. That of Croker. Webb goes for it. Webb's over. Webb's over. The 20-year-old. He's gone in to score. Carl Webb. Queensland's third try.
And the heads go down on the New South Wales bench. There might have been some shaking of heads when Carl Webb's name was read out for this Queensland State of Origin side, but he's been unstoppable out there since coming off the bench. Spinning out of tackles. He's just a little pocket battleship.
What a great effort. What a great... I remember seeing this kid play last year for Toowoomba, the Brisbane lower grade side, and I thought, what a player. And look at him now, a year later. I mean, bursting through 4 or 5 defenders to score a State of Origin try. Good on you, Carl Webb.
And that applies to Carl Webb as well. Now Lockyer from the touchline. And it's just away. And Buttigieg comes over the top. Prentice gives it away on the right for Kamali to look on the inside for Vella. Vella gets it back to Kamali. Kamali gets it away for Fletcher. Fletcher gets away from Green. Steps over the top of him. Takes it inside the 20. Fletcher's going to get there, is he? Fletcher's there. Fletcher's over. Oh, what's happened here? What's happened here? Bell Harrigan didn't hesitate to go to the video referee.
Well, the ball has come loose. There's no doubt about that. This should show it. The knee coming over him. Lockyer, he's lost it. No try.
So they've been over twice now, and twice they've lost it. With the new game that we're playing now, here's Doyle. Doyle to Lockyer. Lockyer. Lockyer gets it away. The support was there from Doyle. Doyle's in. Doyle scores. The young cowboy celebrates his debut. Celebrates the biggest night of his life. The Maroons are in again.
Good on you, John Doyle. Great work there. He had a little bit of luck, I must say, because Ben Kennedy actually fell over in the defensive line. Found Lockyer. Lockyer was taken by Mark Hughes, and then the hooker backing up on the inside, gets across. Luck's of fortune, isn't it? We've had Fletcher denied at the other end. Moments later, this man gets across for his side.
Yeah, what a great experience for these kids. And give Wayne Bennett a pat on the back. He had trust in the youth that Queensland has produced over the last few years. He's given them a go, and look what they're doing tonight. This is turning into a pummeling at the moment. And John Doyle, look at him go under the sticks. Plenty of speed, played plenty of 5/8 and half back. Great stuff. More missed tackles there by the Blues.
The conversion, the flags are up. Doyle with a dummy. Doyle has gone through. Doyle comes to the last line, gets the ball away. Green for Buttigieg. Buttigieg's over. The Cowboys, they've done it. Doyle and Buttigieg, another try.
Oh, can you believe it? John Buttigieg, Carl Webb, John Doyle, they are all sharing in the spoils. John Doyle setting this one up, and New South Wales know that this game is slipping, if not slipped, away after 50 minutes.
Oh, it's a dead set smash up. How good is this to watch? If you're a Queensland supporter, the fans here are loving it. And John Doyle, when all the experts picked their Queensland sides, he wasn't in the reckoning. They were talking about other players, Polamander, Goddard, but they picked John Doyle, and he is having an absolute blinder. And John Buttigieg, he got himself fit this year. He lost 8, 10, 12 kilos.
He's out there for 80 minutes tonight. He might lose another 3 or 4.
Lockyer then. Lockyer converts. Doyle again. Now tell us. The supporters there. Walker, faster than a gazelle. Walker scores on debut.
Well, this is just unbelievable. Chris Beattie must score tonight, because that means all the interchange players will get across the line. And just as Phil Gould spoke about the middle of the ruck for New South Wales, again, Queensland have exploited it. Have a look at the run here from Gordon Tallis. Just watch Tallis coming back. A different line he runs. He comes back and runs into the hole. Pushes out. Powerhouse performance. He's got support either side. And Chris Walker there.
Just looking for that record, Paul, 36-6 in 1989. There's the conversion. Now for Fittler. Now for Kamali. Then for Gidley. Flick pass for Ainsko. Fed for Kamali again. Now goes through the middle. Gives it to Fittler. Fittler's pulled down. Not held by Doyle. Flick pass for Ainsko. Turns it back. Picked up by Doyle.
Yeah, but again, Peter, that's not what Origin's all about. This is what Origin's all about. Big men running hard into holes on the edges of the ruck.
Lockyer running off Tallis. Here's the support coming. Walker's there. The ball has gone forward. Acting half. Green. Intercepted by Brad Fittler. Fittler will go down the field. He will score New South Wales' second try. Brad Fittler scores for the Blues. Intercept, runaway try. 34-8.
Trying to put the finger in the dike, isn't it, to stop the flow. I think it's only a temporary one. 12 interchanges possible with 4 players on the bench, which is very different to what we've had in recent years. You could put players on and off whenever you wanted.
Barrett, Fittler, Kennedy with him, cuts him out, goes round the back for De Vere. De Vere for McDougall. McDougall goes back in, links up down the middle with Barrett. Barrett's over. New South Wales get their third try. Lovely execution. Every man did his job. 34-14.
All this is doing now with New South Wales making breaks and running in tries is giving them confidence for the next game in a month's time. Queensland, they have slackened off in defence. They know they've got the game won.
Michael De Vere converting the try. It is now 34 points to 16.
But I can't look through this Queensland 17 and think that anyone was, they might be a little bit disappointed with their performance.
Well, there it is. The last 2 seconds. Queensland have turned it all around. Look at Wayne Bennett, a lone figure. Totally satisfied, waiting back in the dressing rooms for all of the rookies. And of course, the master tacticians to come back. Harrigan blows time on. This is his 14th origin. 8 times under Harrigan. The Maroons have won. And that is O'Mealy, is it? He will be so happy and relieved to get that one out of the road. Muir takes them on, gets sideways to the defence. 35 metres out from the Maroons line, and a penalty, the first of the game. Goes the Blues' way. 75% success rate at Origin football. It's on its way, but it's curling away and taken in the in goal. They are flying. Darren Lockyer links up with Saylor, who gives it to Bowman. Spectacular stuff from Darren Lockyer.
But gee, it is a big break for the Blues. First tackle, Girdler.
They talk of, well, that's a penalty to the Blues. No, it's not. He's gone the other way. Oh, Girdler was given no piece at all, and Queensland get a penalty right in front. From right in front, 20 metres out. It is online. The flags are up. Queensland 2. New South Wales yet to score. Newcastle. Just the other day. Fittler keeps it on the ground, rolling around. Saylor able to stand in the tackle of Fittler. Lockyer comes away, throws the dummy, gets the pass back for Daniel Wagon. Wagon tackled by Barrett. Prentice, a long ball. Barrett for Fittler. Fittler for Hughes. Girdler for McDougall. Now they need a quick play the ball. Muir. Prentice. Fittler. Second man. Barrett. Oh! Pinched out of midair there by Green, I think it is.
It's Green, all right. Probably the smallest man on the field, but he rose to great heights on that occasion.
From Gidley. Finding Fletcher. Fletcher pops it up for Fittler. Fittler beats one, doesn't beat Myers. Gets the pass away. Hughes gets it on. It goes wide. Barrett's out there. Throws a dummy. Puts the kick in. Saylor's there. He passes. Brilliant football. Absolutely brilliant. Lockyer's away. Lockyer's outside the 40. He's been pursued and caught by Barrett. Well, what about the Queenslanders?
Oh, outstanding. Magnificent play from Wendell Saylor. Darren Lockyer cut them to pieces. The tide has turned in the twinkling of an eye.
The boy from Balmain would love to change. Here's a bust by Sivanasiva. Gap closing. Now they press. Green. Then for Wagon. Wagon's pass batted away by Takiri, and Barrett wins the race for the ball. 33 metres out from the line. Barrett again. Barrett cuts out a player. Ricketson's in space. Ricketson's going in. Ricketson's over. Luke Ricketson has scored. First try of the night.
And it's taken half an hour, and it's no surprise that Trent Barrett delivered the ball. Going to the line in numbers. Daniel Wagon looking inside to see who was covering Ricketson. The answer was nobody. And Luke Ricketson raced 25 metres to score. Beautiful work here from Trent Barrett. This is why he's in the side, to isolate players with his tremendous ball passing.
A little lack of communication there. Paul Green, the teammate of Ricketson, and Daniel Wagon, as we indicated, playing at left centre. He was more worried about Ainscough and Gidley on the outside.
From the western side, and this time, Girdler converts the try of Ricketson. The Blues in front by 4. For the uprights. Barrett again. Dummies to kick. Then it's away for Ainscough. Corner post might have gone.
Yeah, ball went loose anyway, Ray. Good defence from Lottie Takiri.
Done. New South Wales leading 6-2. Gower turns it in for Girdler. Girdler comes to Saylor. Girdler goes looking for McDougall. Finds McDougall. Beats one and is taken to ground. 38 metres away from the line. Minute to go. Barrett Ryan. Quick play the ball. Barrett for Fittler. Fittler's got Ricketson inside him. Lays it back for Ricketson. Scoops it up for Barrett. Barrett kicks over the head of Takiri. And Lockyer comes out from his in goal. And then forced back in goal. Gower on the last. Barrett. Girdler. Turnover. Great defence by Queensland. There was a try saver from little Paul Green. Sail it. That's the tackle. Oh! Aints go! Aints go! Jamie Aints go! Harrigan's going to point to the spot. Harrigan's given a try. It is a try. The Blues are over. 4 minutes into the second half.
Well, this game is about making split-second decisions, and Jamie Ainscough made one because he saw an overlap was being developed by Queensland. Great hands from Darren Lockyer, opened something up on the outside, and Ainscough had to make a decision right there. He came in, forced the ball loose, towed the ball through. Not an easy pick-up at speed. He did everything absolutely perfectly, just when Queensland looked like they might have been opening something up on that wide flank.
We spoke about him at half-time. Big match experience. He makes a decision. No fear, no hesitation. He goes in. He doesn't play at that football. He disrupts the play, keeps his eyes on the ball.
And Phil, that's the important thing we should point out in that try. Jamie Ainscough's hand or arm certainly pushed the ball forward, but because he did not play at it, it is not deemed to be a knock-on. You'll see the right arm come here in contact with the football. He's trying to make the tackle, not play at the ball.
Yes, that's a perfect illustration of the new rule that came in with season 2001. Conversion successful inside the 20-metre line. And again, the Blues come up with the ball. Gower's got it. He's lost the ball. Harrigan calling on a touch judge. He's putting a scrum down.
Well, which way is the feed? Is there any advantage being played here to New South Wales?
No, you just let it go. Play was
It's deemed that they did get an advantage. That's why we will see a Queensland feed.
That's all right. 1 second. That's all right. Hang on, no, hang on. No, it's not. Hang on. I do. We've got a knock on and no advantage play. Give it to him. I forgot the original knock on. Give it to him.
Whoa!
Give
Decision
take it.
changed.
He's
I'm
changed.
forgetting the first knock on. His ball. Knock on that way. There. No, he didn't. He lost the ball. They got no advantage on giving it to Blue. Yeah.
What Brad Fittler and Craig Gower are saying, we got no advantage from the knock-on, and Bill Harrigan was going to give the scrum feed. He was going to give it to Queensland. He reversed his decision. Protest upheld. Now Gidley inside the 10-metre line with Fittler. Fittler running. Fittler goes himself round the corner. Mark Hughes. Worthy was plucked out of midair. Again, a tremendous tackle by Bowman. Fittler, long ball. Barrett runs to them. Then he passes for Gidley. Barrett's with him. Barrett's over. Barrett's over. Try number 3. Try number 3. New South Wales, 16-2.
Matt Gidley one-on-one with Daniel Wagon. The big right foot step after receiving the ball from Barrett. Gets him inside. Flicks the pass back inside, in behind Darren Smith. And Trent Barrett reaches out to plant the football over the line.
That's great captaincy by Brad Fittler. He won the ball for his team with that interchange with the referee. He came in and stated his case deliberately and succinctly. Harrigan agreed. He got football for his team. A great play down the left-hand side of the field. And then as we highlighted in the first half, he got the first receiver and pushed Barrett down to the right-hand side of the field. Gidley will cut Wagon in two with a right foot step and a beautiful little pass back on the inside as Smith come to support. If you ever get a chance, go and shake hands with Trent Barrett. He's got the biggest hands of any young player you've ever seen in your life, and he needed every centimetre of them to get that ball down.
Well, did he get it down?
He got it down.
Oh, he lost it. Here's Girdler. Girdler from 22 out, 10 in from touch. He misses. Girdler misses. 16-2. The Blues over Queensland. It's controversy after controversy here at the stadium. Oh, he lost it. I think Lewis is right. Taking the tap And O'Mealy gets it away for Fittler. Fittler, State of Origin 2 will go to the Blues. Lady Luck is smiling on them. But let me say this, they are playing magnificently.
Well, just have a look at the little step here from Mark O'Mealy. A left foot step, then the leg drive, bursting through tackles, committed the fullback defensively, did everything right to put Fittler away. What a night for the young man from the Central Coast. Took on Webke, the step beat him, burst through Fiend.
Well, State of Origin football is about playing for your team, and it's about stepping out of your normal roles. It's about doing things that you're probably not famous for. And Brad Fittler, despite being rated as the world's #1 player a number of times in his career, probably support players, one of the areas that he's never been that renowned.
Go for the big one. Good luck. He converts. Where is Richie when you need him? 22-2. Critters to the right, on his own. On his own. Critters is not held. Critters is over. Critters is over. Queensland come away.
Bill Harrigan is going to go to the video referee, you would think. I actually thought Priddis was tackled short of the line. But there may not have been a defender in contact with the hooker. The New South Wales side are sure that Priddis had every right to get up, improve his position to the extent that he was able to get the ball over the line.
Has he been tackled? Has he in fact lost the ball?
I think he's lost it personally.
I think they're talking 20-metre tap here, that perhaps he's lost the ball over the line.
Yeah, I think he had every right to get up. I think Sigma Seaver lost him.
20-metre restart. I wonder what thoughts will be going through the mind of Craig Smith. Carlaw heads for the line, gets it back for Beattie. Green, Fiend. Fittler's tackle. There's Slender up the middle. There's the try for Walker. Chris Walker scores for the Maroons.
Well, they almost conceded one at the other end of the field, but this is what this side is capable.
So Lockyer converts.
And I think Wayne Bennett will look back and say to his side, well, yeah, we didn't get a real good decision our way here. So we weren't that far from the mark.
Blues with the ball. And there's a punch up. Beattie's letting them go. Adamson, I think it is, that's on his back in there. Yes, it's Adamson. And Beattie goes in on him again.
Well, Beattie's just come back from suspension for punching. I got an idea that perhaps Adams resented the tackle first of all, but Beattie, once on top of him, kept up the pressure with plenty of blows being thrown. Queenslanders had lost the ball, a little bit of frustration dealing in.
And that's the one that's cut, Matt Adamson. You'll see that he'll be sent to the blood bin after this. It's not the best place to throw the first one from, is it?
Now Fittler. Fittler will go there. Fittler's there. The captain has got his second for the night.
Watched him for many, many years. I've learnt to know when he's going to go on his own and when he's going to use teammates. And right from the time Trent Barrett got tackled, he eyed the defence and he said, "You're mine." Never at any time did he intend using a support. He always intended to run to the line with that big left foot step. And sometimes in a game you just stand up and say, well, I'm going to do this on my own. I've seen Brad Fittler do this so often.
9 in, 23 out. Girdler misses again. Here it comes. Not over for Andrew Ryan. Ryan's away. Then he kicks. McDougall's after it. McDougall and sail up. And it's gone over the dead ball line. Well, they played it right to the final seconds. 26-8. The series is locked up. It is 1-1 as we go to ANZ Stadium. Alfie is back in town. Tremendous moments. Here's Queensland.
Yeah, a couple of late changes. Darren Locker's the fullback and captain. Takiri and Saylor on the wings. Chris Walker comes off the bench, gets a chance first up in the number 14 jumper. He's in the centres with Bowman. Wagon from centres to the 5/8 role. Alan Langer, the halfback. Darren Smith, lock forward.
Girdler and Gidley, the centres. Brad Fittler, 5/8 and captain. Brett Kamali comes in at halfback. Ryan locks the scrum. Fletcher and Muir, the second rowers. Stevens, Prittis, O'Mealy, the front row.
The 9th one required in State of Origin football is underway. And it's Buttigieg who loses the ball. First tackle of the Origin decider. And Buttigieg has coughed it up. New South Wales get an early opportunity. Girdler goes all the way. Well, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, has he got the ball down? There's a doubt. Harrigan's gone to the touch judge. He wants to have a look at it. Does he ground the ball properly for the opening try? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. There was no doubt at all. And what a great start for the Blues. Put it down to their defence. They forced the early mistake on Buttigieg. And from there, from that scrum, a nice little set play, a simple one, they get the opening try. It's unbelievable.
Here he comes from the line. He has done it. Girdler converts from the touchline. Little kick over the top, regathered by the Blues. Then Fletcher, then Kamali. Put on the boot by Fittler. Ricochet effect. Ryan got it away to Ainscough. Ainscough flicks it out the back. Gidley gets it on. Now it's O'Mealy. Now it's Ryan. He knocks on. Talk about razzle-dazzle. Ridding himself of the memories of his mistake. Now Webke. Wagons with him. Wagons up the middle. Pulled down by Prittis. Takiri. Takiri with a long run. Hughes makes the tackle. 28 metres out from the Blues line. Langer for Lockyer. Now it's Bowman. Loose ball. Harrigan says play on. 6 more tackles. Green. Langer now. There it goes. It's gone to ground and picked up by a runaway Ainscough, but it's been called back.
Yeah, knocked down by a New South Wales defender, and just as well that it was.
Lockyer did well before he hit the ground. Myers. Now, it is Takiri. Queensland are looking good. Walker's going for the corner. Queensland's in. They get their first try. And again, Takiri is prominent.
They're looking good. They're looking great. Alan Langer has shown in the first 10 minutes of this game it was well worth bringing him out. From that kick return, he set it up, he got his back line ready, and he said, let's go now, boys, don't pussyfoot around. A beautiful ball from Darren Lockyer.
Look at this take by Brad Myers. Very difficult for a tall man. Got down well, and then straight over the top of Matt Gidley. And that set the try up, because Ainscough had to come in. Myers, what a fantastic job there. On to Lottie Takiri. And when you've got Takiri and Chris Walker coming at you, you know you're in trouble. He did well, Chris Walker. Bamboozled the last line of defence, and great work from Luke Prittis again. That's a hooker, stopping Walker from promoting the football closer to the posts.
So Lockyer from the touchline, bringing it around, and it's just wide. Green, Langer, that little kick. Work here for Girdler. It's still on for Queensland. That's Buttigieg.
6 again.
6 more tackles.
Score. Look at Sailors win. Plenty of people out there to score tries.
Darren Smith. Now it is Bowman. Bowman's over. Did he drop the ball? He points to the spot. It's a try to Queensland. A try to the Cowboy. Paul Bowman. Queensland take the lead.
Well, they've hit back, and they've hit back hard. I thought Bowman had ruined it by coming in, but he put a nice move on, beat 2 defenders and carried Muir over the line.
Yeah, strong player, Paul Bowman. I thought there was a hint of a knock-on by him in that chase for the kick. But Darren Smith, nice inside ball, and he brushes away from Adam Muir. and then steps inside Brad Fittler. Not too many players can do that.
And on its way, but it's out in front of the uprights. And Prittis goes in to dummy half before offloading for Fletcher. Fletcher will play it just outside the Queensland 30-metre line, but Bill Harrigan's whistle gives a penalty to the Blues from the touchline. This one from right in front is looking good. Girdler raises the flags. And the scoreline is 8-all after 22 minutes of time. Doyle is on. Green. Inside ball. Lockyer. And it's scooped up by Kamali. The order is play on. That ball has gone forward.
Forward pass right in front of their sticks from Kamali. He simply tripped over, it goes back, Kamali picks up and then throws a forward pass.
I think he threw the forward pass deliberately, Paul, because he knew he was going to be taken into the in-goal area.
And this will cost them 2 points.
But Bill Harrigan was penalised for deliberately throwing the ball forward, and 2 points are on the board for Queensland. Langer steps and beats Gower, gets it away for Wagon, Wagon away, and they're in again. It is Carlaw. Dane Carlaw scores. Langer, absolutely brilliant off the right foot. He left Gower clutching at mid-air, and Queensland are in again. What a moment for Dane Carlaw.
He's thrown a beautiful ball around the back to Daniel Wagon, who got an even better ball away to the try scorer, Dane Carlaw.
And Lockyer raises the flags. Lockyer shaping to kick, now running, and he goes through the gap. He's into space with 2 to beat. Kicks ahead. Takiri's with him. The Maroons are in again. Walker. Chris Walker has scored. They were pushing each other out of the road. 20 points to 8. Lockyer went through like a surgeon scalpel.
Well, I said New South Wales had done their homework early. Not in this situation. A deft kick, everybody was onside. The bounce only needed to be a good one, and it was for Chris Walker and Queensland.
Yeah, they look gone for my New South Wales. Their heads are down, they're doing everything wrong. And Darren Lockyer carving them up beautifully.
Now Lockyer, 2 metres in from touch, it's looking okay. Flags are up. Lockyer hits converted. Smith. Laying up. Inside for Lockyer. Lockyer's over. Harrigan points to the spot. It's another try. They're scoring at will, the Queenslanders.
Oh, stop the fight. Well, maybe it is Red Rover, who knows? But such a simple play with Alan Langer going across field. Man on the inside, just not enough urgency on the inside from Matt Adamson. He had to come across at speed, not once the ball had been taken by Darren Lockyer.
Just 30 seconds away as Lockyer converts. It is now 28-8. Information from half-time will go to him in just a moment. Webke taken down by Adamson. Webke has been hurt in the tackle.
This was the tackle that he was injured. Yeah, just got the right knee, ankle, pulled back the wrong way.
28-8. Fittler. Now that might have been knocked down by John Doyle. Doyle's away with the ball. Now it's Campion. Now it's Takiri. On debut. Langer. Danger. Danger. Langer's over. Is he? Yes. Langer gets a try. Capping a magnificent game.
Well, the crowd have been completely satisfied here for 54 minutes, apart from Alan Langer scoring. Well, now they can go home absolutely delighted because the little bloke has ducked under a tackle. Had no room whatsoever to move.
Yeah, how good's this? Alan Langer had some critics. Wayne Bennett had some critics. That just answered them. The little fella. He's done it.
There's no reason he won't play 80 minutes, especially with the scoreline.
Lockyer's kick. Wide. Alan Langer gets his 10th Origin try. Campion. Campion with a fend. Campion for the line, pulled down a couple short. Doyle. Langer. Webb. Lockyer. Long pass. Bowman. Bowman's over. Bowman gets a second. It's a mutilation.
This will be one of the greatest ever Queensland victories in a deciding game. They now lead by 28. And Paul Bowman, he scored a great try in the first half with a big right foot step. Look at the space out here, but there's still 2 on 2. Look at this for a right foot step. Bang, bang. Vickler had come over too quickly. Great stuff by Paul Bowman.
Yeah, it's good to see from Paul Bowman, isn't it? He's a bit of an unsung hero. He's a quiet achiever.
21 out. And just away to the right of the uprights. Really hasn't scaled the heights that he did in State of Origin 2. Here they go now. They're going in. Girdler gets his second try. And the Blues supporters at last have got something to cheer about.
Yeah, all 26 of them that are here at ANZ Stadium, plus of course all their fans watching throughout New South Wales. Some good stuff by Brett Kimmorley. Nice ball. That was good hands there. Queensland just didn't have enough defenders, didn't read it that well. They all raced in to try and cut it off quickly, but they couldn't do it. The hands always beat the man.
And on its way, looking good. Girdler converts his second try. Prittis, short ball. Vella into space.
Again, they've got numbers to the right if they can move it quickly.
Fittler finding Kimmorley. Chance for Fletcher. Losing the ball.
Second time in this series he's dropped the football over the line, Brian Fletcher.
Green. Langer. Dummies on the inside. Takes the tackle.
Oh, the inside man got creamed as well. He's still down. It's Darren Lockyer.
It's O'Mealy over the top.
He's gone up high. I'm going to put on the report.
And this experience will actually be a good thing for him, not a negative. He'll learn plenty.
Langer pushing it wide and quickly. Webb striding out. Down to the 20. Lockyer's there. Lockyer goes in. Lockyer scores again. Try number 8. 40 points to 14.
And it wasn't that long ago that Darren Lockyer was lying down after being crunched by 2 New South Wales defenders. Well, he's recovered enough to back up for 60 metres to score another one. A strong charge here, straight through the tackle of Ryan Girdler. Support coming up in Carl Webb, and he finds Darren Lockyer.
There goes the kick, and again, it's out in front of the uprights. Prittis. Fittler gets the pass away. Ainsko for the corner, lost the ball.
And that is just so typical of New South Wales night.
8 tries to 2. Here are the final seconds. Out on the full. Queensland has won the Harvey Norman Series for 2001 with a resounding victory. A sad night for Brad Fittler, but an ecstatic night for Queensland and for Queensland Rugby League. In particular, their coach, who equalled Arthur Beetson's coaching record tonight. Particularly for Alan Langer.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the QRL and Wayne Bennett for letting me come back and play tonight, especially in this fantastic ground, in front of all my Queensland supporters. But most of all, I'd like to thank my family and friends who supported me through my whole career. Thank you very much.